All right, here we go. It's Thursday.
Thursday.
All right, Thursday Night Convo. A conversation about all things relationships. Let's make sure these mics are on. I think they're on.
Do I need to pull mine
You know,
close?
yours is turned up now, I believe, so you should be good. You don't have to pull it close, but it should pick you up. You should be fine.
Okay.
Welcome. Thursday night. Thursday night. Those who are normally with us, they know what Thursday night is about. It's a time for us to just have a conversation in front of you guys and talk about um,
All things
all things relationships.
relationships.
I feel like the camera's weird. It don't matter. Don't worry about it. Now is not the time to fix it, right? So,
No, it's not.
all right. So let's jump in. Let me make sure as I'm jumping in that it is live where it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be live in our group. If you are not a part of that group, you definitely need to be a part of that group.
Hmm.
Um,
It is.
and it
No,
is
it
live.
isn't. It is. Oh,
It is live there.
oh,
You don't see it?
no.
I do.
Okay. Yes, I see it now.
And it should also be live on YouTube because those are the two places where uh,
Don't do this
where
beforehand.
we're going live. What? You can't check if it's live beforehand. How's that possible?
I I know that, but I mean, just at least have it
Hmm.
ready to check.
It's cool. It's all part of the startup process,
It's
right?
not part of the conversation.
It's not part of the conversation, but it's part of the startup process. So we're live in those two places. We want you to make sure that you are joining us in those two places. So we want you to make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. You should probably go that way.
No,
Okay. Do whatever you want to do, woman.
it's this way. Look, see, my arm is cut off if I go this way.
So, well, okay. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Denali LLC. And we also want you to join our Facebook group. Facebook group is facebook.com/groups/Denali LLC. All right, so Thursday Night Convo. What is it about? We just want couples to talk more. That's it. We just want you to talk more. And so we get on Thursday nights. We talk about something. It is typically not scripted. There are times where we know what the conversation is, maybe seconds before or minutes before we walk down the steps. There are some conversations, if you go back and look at them, and I'll make sure that they all get on YouTube because I'm slowly but surely putting them onto YouTube. You'll see that some of the conversations are just spur of the moment conversations, and the goal is to talk more. And we have created a tool for that. It is the Have a Conversation Couples Journal. And we talk about it every week. So those of you who are with us every week already know what it's about. If this is new for you, it is a tool that just allows you to start conversations.
Yeah.
And there's some great topics in there for conversation starters. There is excerpts of our actual journal entries, so you kind of get to see into our minds, so to speak. And you can pick this up on barnesandnoble.com. You can pick it up on Amazon. You can pick it up on our website, denali.org/shop. All right. Okay. What we're talking about.
Um. So, do you remember the other day, a couple days ago,
Mm-hmm.
when I was just feeling really frustrated? Things weren't going how I wanted. Just frustrated. Just a little irritated with things of life, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um. You saw that I was upset and irritated and a little bit down or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I don't even know if I was looking at this thing online, um, but you saw me looking at something, or at least you knew that I liked it or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and you bought it for me.
Okay.
Hi. Are you?
I'm listening. I am. Don't do this at home, folks. Let me just throw that out there.
That should be our conversation.
No, it shouldn't be. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Anyway,
I
so
promise.
you bought me something,
Hmm.
and
You were feeling down. You were looking at some online store or something like that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ended up purchasing what I was looking at. You bought it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So did you buy that for me because you knew I was feeling down? Because here's what I think. I think yes, you did because I was feeling down. And I think that you would not have purchased it for me was I not down. Not to say that you would have stopped me from purchasing it or
Mm-hmm.
no, you can't have it, but I don't feel like you would have. I feel like you were just like, oh, let me get this for her. She's feeling down.
Hold on. Hold that thought because somebody said they can't hear us. So let me just make sure we're good on the sound. For some reason,
Could
we're
be on their end.
testing 1, 2, 3. Is that better, Facebook folks? I'll put the mic closer to us. Um, somebody said they can't hear us, and then somebody said it's really soft.
Do I have to move my mic?
No, you don't. I mean, you can put it.
Yes or no?
Oh, is your mic even on? Your mic not even be on. Let me see. It is. Somebody said yes, it's really low. Somebody gave a thumbs up. All right. Somebody said yes, better. Okay. All right.
It's good now.
It's good now.
Said.
All right.
So,
Cool. Thank you for letting us know. And unfortunately, I can't see who it is on Facebook. I may put out a post
it says
about this.
Facebook user, so we don't know who it is, but that's fine.
Because in the group, what you have to do is if you want to be seen, you have to give permission to be seen when you're in a group. It works differently than a page. So maybe I'll put that out later. All right. So I'm sorry. Don't huff and puff. I'm coming back to you. Come on.
So I'll start over,
All right.
just in case no one heard. But I just, like I said, I was feeling down this week. I just irritated. Stuff wasn't or isn't going how I'd hoped that they would go. Just a lot of stuff going on. And so you saw my frustration. You heard my frustration. I talked to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you also saw me looking at a store on my phone and just checking out something. I don't even remember what it was, so I'll have a great surprise when it gets here. But but you bought it for me. Whatever it is that I was looking at, you bought it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to know if I wasn't feeling down, would you still have gone ahead and made that purchase? Because I feel like you made that purchase with a hopefully this will help her feel better. Let me try and help her to feel better mentality. Not to say that you would not have let me purchase it and would have been like, nah, we can't buy anything. But I feel like that day you purchased it because I was not feeling my best. Is that true?
My answer depends on whether this is acceptable or not.
No, your answer should give me your answer. It shouldn't depend.
Yes, I bought it because I felt like it would cheer you up.
Okay. I don't want you to do that.
Why?
Because I want when you purchase something for me for it to be, of course, whenever you get a gift from someone, you're cheered up. But I don't want you to because it makes me feel like you're trying to fix me.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
No, but I'm listening. I understand.
Maybe fix is not the right word.
No,
fix the situation. Fix the situation.
And let me say no. I didn't mean no. It doesn't make sense. But no, I don't understand that logic.
It makes me feel like you're trying to fix the situation where, once I get this gift, the situation most likely will still be there. Make sense? Does that make sense?
Okay.
I wonder what you guys think and how you feel about that. I'm not saying that I'm not appreciative. I'm very appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
And, always when you give me a gift. But I don't want you to think that gifts can fix situations because most times it can't.
So let me ask you this: is it because it's not your love language?
It could be.
Had I washed the dishes, would you have felt better? Because your love language is acts of service. I don't even know if there were dishes to be washed, but I'm just throwing it out there.
It might. Maybe it's because it's not my love language.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know that day I was like, "Why are you doing this? You don't have to do this for me to feel better." You know what I mean?
And I mean, I think I did it for you to feel better, but I think I just did it because I mean, I know you. I did it because you probably wouldn't have done it. And so I
made
just
the purchase. So it wasn't all.
I don't know that
to
it
make
was
me
all
feel.
that to make you feel better, but I felt like yes, it would offset
Mm-hmm.
what was happening, right? But at the same time, here's some context for those of you that are listening to this. Here's some context. You generally will look at things, say that they're nice, and I'll say, why don't you go in and get it, and you won't get it.
Yeah.
So I took the opportunity to just strong arm this purchase.
Okay, that's cool.
So I think it was a little bit of both.
Someone commented and said, I wish I could tell who it was too, but that's okay. Where'd it go?
I'll put it up here.
Oh, I would not see it that way. I would feel like I'm being seen and heard. He can't fix it, but he understands and cares. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you were coming from.
Yeah, that's where I was coming from. I think it was a little bit of both. A little bit of the I'm gonna go ahead and make this because I know you won't, and this is a good diversion from what was happening prior to us making that purchase.
Yes,
right?
and I have a suggestion for this particular live.
Mm-hmm.
Before you comment, if you so desire, if you don't care to reveal who you are, can you put your name and then a colon and then whatever your comments are? So
yeah, our Facebook folks, we can't see you.
It just says Facebook user, so I'm not sure who made those
permission.
2 comments. If you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, then that's fine too. I'll just keep calling you Facebook user.
And that means a lot to me because being seen and heard is something I struggle with personally.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get that.
Somebody said no sound again. Why is that? What's happening? Nothing's different about our setup.
Disable audio process. Someone commented. What did they say? That was Kanique. Hi, Kanique.
What's up, Kanique? Oh, I can see her now, so she must have gave permission.
Okay.
Can you hear us? Like, somebody said they can't hear us. So.
If you can hear us, please give us a thumb. Kanique says she can hear us fine. So.
Okay, so, all right, because I'm about to say there's nothing different about the setup.
Okay.
All I did was turn it on.
Okay.
All right, so.
We can hear you. So someone said, whoever said that, it might be on their end.
Okay, so, all right, so, you struggle with being seen and heard. Yeah, so.
Okay, that's.
I get what you're saying, right? And I'm not gonna negate how you felt. But like I said earlier, I wonder if it's because that's not your love language. Because if your love language was gifts, you probably would have been over the moon that I was spending money. So
it could be because it's not my love language. It also could be because at that particular time I was just in a funk. And so maybe anything you would have done
just wouldn't have been that thing.
It wouldn't have been that thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And that's
so
fair.
It could be that too. But I wanted to ask you though, do you do that sometimes? You might not have done that a few days ago, but do you do that sometimes?
Absolutely.
You do?
I do. 100%. I try to figure out ways to divert your attention from whatever is not right
Okay.
to, something else.
Okay.
That's just what I don't know that now here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that I am trying to, and maybe I am subconsciously, but in the moment, I'm not thinking I need to fix this situation.
Okay. You're just like, let me just
I'm just trying to
divert.
change the course
Okay.
of
Okay.
your emotions,
Okay.
which I guess, in essence, as I'm saying it out loud now, is trying to fix the situation. But that's
Well,
not
not
what I go into it.
necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't feel like because of what you just said, I can. Oh, that scared me. I can receive it better
Okay.
because now I know that you're not trying to fix the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but you're just trying to divert my thought process from the situation, at least temporarily.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that.
Okay. Because that really is my mindset. I'm not trying to, because I think fixing it would be like I don't want to. I don't know if this is right, but I'm just gonna say what it was in my head. Fixing it to me would be like I don't want to deal with her attitude or irritation, so
And I think
I need
that's
to do something.
yeah, and that's what I think I felt.
But that's not it.
Okay. Okay.
That's not it. Now let's be clear. I don't want to deal with your attitude or irritation. Let's keep it all the way 100. I really don't. But that's not my.
Wow.
Hey, let's be honest with the folks, right? But that's not my motivation. That's not my motivation. My motivation really is that I honestly, and this is gonna sound sappy, but I mean this. I just don't like to see you in a funk. I just don't like it.
I got it.
So I try to figure out what can I do to
To put a smile on my face.
to divert the energy.
Okay, I get
You
it.
know.
I get it. Now let me ask you: when you get in a funk for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
would that make you feel better if I were to purchase something for you?
No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
You'd be appreciative, but
Yeah.
well, okay, not. Would you feel like I was trying to fix the situation or divert your attention, at least temporarily?
No, I would feel like you were trying to fix. No. I would feel like you were trying to divert.
Okay.
Yeah, that came out wrong. I would feel like you were trying to
So
divert.
same.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't feel like you were trying to like brush the situation off in any way.
Same.
Um, but then again, for me, gifts is not. I don't need a gift. I never need a gift
I know.
ever in my entire life. It's just not.
That's a whole nother story.
It just. I'm not gonna say it doesn't do anything for me because I appreciate it. Like the stuff I got for Father's Day, I appreciated it. I really did, 100%. But if they had just come over and hung out like they did, and there were no gifts, I would have had the same kind of day. Like it's not, the gifts is not. That's just not my thing at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and so maybe that's why, my love language is different, and that's what made me think about you when I was like, well, maybe it's the love language thing, and it's not. But I get it, how you were feeling, and so yeah, to clear it up, I wasn't. I'm never. No, that's not true. I was gonna say I'm never trying to fix it, but that's not true.
You do try to fix it sometimes, which I appreciate as
I do.
well. I
do.
appreciate that
Because
as well.
and the things that I try to fix normally are the things that I feel like I had a hand in causing.
Really?
Yeah. So generally, if I feel like I had a hand in causing it, then I'm gonna try to fix it.
Well,
Even if it's something I know I can't fix. So like we had that conversation when we were laying in the bed the other night and you were talking about how you felt.
uh-huh.
I feel like that's directly connected to my actions.
No, I wouldn't
And
agree.
I understand why you wouldn't agree, but from if you look at it from a man's point of view,
That's
because of what the role that I because of what I feel like is the job description, if you will, of my role,
I get it.
I feel like what you said to me is directly tied to something that either I just can't do right now or haven't done properly or don't have the resources to do. And so I'm in my mind I'm scrambling about how I could fix it.
See, and switching subjects a little bit.
Mhm.
That is what you just said is why unfortunately a lot of times I'm apprehensive to say stuff like that to you because I know that you'll go there.
Yeah, but you can't do that though.
And you can't do that. See, that's not fair.
Yeah, but we got to talk about it. That's what we're telling the people to do. So you can't say I don't want to talk about it.
People.
That's what we, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole goal is to talk about it. I mean, yes, you may not want me to mentally go a certain place when we talk about it, and yes, I that is something I can work on.
Mm.
But at the same time, you can't be apprehensive about saying something because that's what conversation is. What it's all about. We're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, I guess. So, I don't know. That's all I had. I just wanted to know how you all felt about receiving a gift when you're down. If you felt like your spouse was trying to fix the problem or like Ollie was just trying to divert your attention at least for a little while, if not permanently. That's I just wondered how you felt about that. How you
Okay.
guys felt about that.
Yeah, you hear all the time that it's not. You shouldn't be fixing. Um, that's not what women want when they talk about things. They're not asking you
For a
you to-
solution.
for a solution.
Yeah.
Right. They're asking like I said to be heard
Yeah. Yes.
and to be understood.
Yes.
Right. And I try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do that. I'm still gonna grab the phone and buy things,
Well,
and not because necessarily you're in a funk, but just because of the flip side. What I said before is that you frustrate me in that you see something and I say get it, and you don't get it, and then you complain afterward. I don't have it. Like I told you to get it, so what? That's why you don't have it because you didn't get it. So
I don't know. I'm working on that.
yeah, so that's the thing. So that was a relatively easy conversation to
It was
have.
easy. It was easy.
I-
Do you
you
have
know-
a harder one?
Um, I do, but we can do it for another time because it's 8:30. I was gonna try to keep this to 30, 40 minutes or so. So
Okay.
um, so we can do it another time, but
Don't forget it then.
I won't. Elizanne said uh, it's good for some people, but everyone is different, and you have to know your spouse. Very true.
Definitely. Yep. Very,
Very
true.
true. You do have to know your spouse, and you have to. I would say even with knowing your spouse too, you have to be. And this takes time. This is not something you could do overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But even with knowing your spouse, you still have to be able to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, because it's things
It's
change.
situational.
It's situational. That's the word I was looking for.
It's situational. Even though you may know your spouse's love language, you may know what their reactions are, you may know what their tendencies are, you may know what their idiosyncrasies are. It's still situational.
Yep.
Because the moment you get comfortable, you're going to see something that you're not used to, and then maybe not be prepared to make the proper adjustments. And so
Right.
it's and this it's a great segue into ending this. The easiest way to be prepared to make those adjustments is to talk about it. You
Mhm.
got to talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, I don't know.
Right.
If I don't talk to you, you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't matter whether it's situational or not. You're gonna be caught off guard, or I'm gonna be caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then typically, as human beings, what we do when we get caught off guard is that we put up that wall, that defensive wall,
Defense. Yeah.
to protect ourselves because
Mm-hmm.
we're caught off guard,
Yeah.
and we don't want to be hurt in one way or the other. So the best way to combat that is to have conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And like this conversation, this was a fairly easy conversation for us to have. It was a misunderstanding of sorts, and we kind of trying to come to some middle ground and some type of agreement, and that's just what the conversation is all about.
Yeah.
That's what this Thursday night is all about. To show folks that any kind of conversation can be had.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, you can talk. You may not feel like you can right now, but you can get to a point where you could talk to your spouse about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our goal. And it doesn't. And the tough things don't have to turn into like what's the phrase? Knock out, drag out fights or whatever the phrase is. It doesn't have to turn into that. What's the phrase? You're not gonna help me? Okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I got you.
That's because I don't know what it is.
But it doesn't have to turn into something crazy, right? It doesn't have to. And it takes some practice because we weren't always like this.
No.
We weren't always like this. Like.
And we're not always like
and we're
this.
not always like this. We can't have all these conversations on camera because we would show you a bad example, and we don't want to do that. So it's a work in progress. Nobody gets it perfect, but you can get to a place where you just naturally go to conversation
Yeah.
before you go to assumption.
Naturally.
Yeah. Right?
Because sometimes you don't still.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Sometimes we don't naturally go to conversation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sometimes, we kind of get caught up in the moment and end up at each other's throats.
Right.
Not yelling and all of that. We don't do all that. But
yeah, I'm not a yeller.
But sometimes it we forget that, oh, you know what? We need to really just talk about this first. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. Not argue about it and not be frustrated or not say anything about it.
Right. And
Sometimes we forget.
That's what it is. So practice makes perfect, and honestly, these Thursday nights are really our practice. We're hoping that individuals get little nuggets out of it every Thursday, and some of the crew that's been with us for some of the previous Thursdays have definitely, based on their comments, have gotten some nuggets out. So we hope that us putting on this example for you every Thursday night allows you to kind of think of some ways that you can practice and scrimmage, if you will, in your relationship to kind of get those conversations where you want them to be.
Yeah.
So that's it for tonight, man. That's what we do, and we do it every Thursday. We want you to, as we end this, we want you to join us over on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very easy to remember, youtube.com/Denali LLC. We also want you to be a part of the Facebook group. If you are not already a part of the Facebook group, you should definitely send us an invitation to be part of the Facebook group. We're just going to end real quick with this. We have, and we're excited about this, on August 29th.
Mm-hmm.
You will see more and more about this. August 29th, we are doing a Have a Conversation Marriage Forum. And we're really excited about this. This is going to be phenomenal. We have a powerhouse couple, LaTroy and Christina Brown from Married for Real. We literally just about 30 minutes ago,
secured one
another
of the couples.
Phenomenal couple out of Atlanta, Georgia, Jimmy and Rachel Rogers. They will be joining us as well on this forum, and we are really excited about the way this thing is shaping up and the information that you will get as you get your pass for this. So make sure you get your pass to denali.org/forum. All right, so that's it. Thursday Night Convo. It's all about having a conversation. Make sure you, if you haven't already, to pick up your conversation, have a conversation journal. You gotta get this. And I'm not saying you gotta get it because we want to sell copies. Yes, we want to sell copies, but we sincerely believe that it is a valuable tool.
Mhm.
Hands down.
It is.
It is a valuable tool. So make sure you pick that up on our website as well. You can get the t-shirts we have on right now. Both of these t-shirts that we have on are on our website as well. If you are truly committed, then you can wear the t-shirt. All right, guys, we out of here. We love you. Thanks for hanging with us. We will see you next week. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you comment. And have a great weekend. It's supposed to be really hot, so those of you who love hot weather, this is the weekend for you. Go ahead and sweat it out. And in sweating it out and whatever you do, make sure you have a conversation.
Be safe. Okay, turn it off. Okay.
I just want to know what's going on.
Nothing at all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Goodbye, folks.
Oh,
All
my
righty, righty. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.
goodness.